Welcome back, guys.
Hi guys.
Oh no! Today we have Ellis. You guys get to meet Ellis.
Hello, I haven't been here before.
Yeah, on the Galentine's thing. That was a fucking disaster.
Yeah.
That was the first one.
Yeah.
That was the first YouTube video.
Yeah. God, wow.
And then we had to sit on the floor because we all fucking
Hello.
on the sofa. It was like 10 of us sitting on my sofa. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, today we've got Ellis because she's gonna show us her tarot cards.
I've got tarot cards.
She's gonna show us her penis.
Yeah. It's my favourite. Right, who am I doing first?
Do Ella first because Ella
I was gonna
hasn't.
say do me first.
Yeah.
do me.
Right,
I'm going to move all this for you.
So I'm wearing nothing because it's fucking hot.
it's really hot.
It's really fucking hot.
Too hot.
Too hot. Too hot. Too hot. Right, how many cards am I picking?
Right, what do you want to do? Do you want to do a 12-month year plan, or do you want to do like a past, present, future kind of vibe? I love this awkward silence.
I was kind of hoping you could tell me.
Well, what do you prefer? Do you have a question in mind that you want to tell the cards, or would you rather have like a?
I feel like 12-month one might be quite good.
Okay. Let's do
Okay.
12 month.
Fine.
So I can't make a single decision for myself.
Then you need to pick 13.
Maybe put them here. I was gonna say, where are they gonna go?
Yeah, I'll put
Okay,
them on the floor.
I'm about to put
Right,
pick
what's 13 cards.
13 cards. Should I hand them to you?
No, it's fine. Just put them in a pile, and I will deliver.
2, 3,
You're so sure with your decisions.
4,
I'm like that though. I literally just scan over and I'm like bam, bam,
5,
bam. I did myself a tarot card
6,
reading the other day actually. And I did Izzy and
7,
Annie one.
8,
Yeah. They were pretty
9,
accurate.
10, 11. So sorry. 12.
Didn't
I
know
feel
what
like because that
was
fell out, that kind of has to go in it. 13.
Amazing. Perfect.
there. Yeah, mate.
Right, I'm gonna give you this while you tell me
I'm gonna
what.
plug it in my
Tell
hair.
me what you want, what you really, really want.
Okay, so for your first card, you picked the Death card.
What?
Death card's a
card's
good card.
actually
Yeah, that's
a good
the
card.
like new beginning thing, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you are going to have yourself a new beginning.
Okay.
Hopefully you don't die. No, I'm joking. So basically it means
Did you clip it to your hair?
yeah.
Why don't you just clip it
Oh,
in?
hold on. Right.
Put it in top there.
Yeah, new beginning. So for this month, we're looking at things that will give you a new beginning, something that might actually sort of appeal to you. Move forward with it. Don't give it a little bit of oh, should I, shouldn't I? It's
you know
your new
what?
beginning, do it.
That's so mad for you to say because I followed Devonports on Instagram this morning and I was thinking, I'm feeling a bit of Devonports.
Yeah, do
Mate,
it.
I love them.
I saw the Instagram and I was like, whoa, I kind of like this.
They have
They're
a kind of vibe.
really,
Yeah,
really good.
they're really good. Like
Yeah.
I saw, the soap in the bath
Yeah.
TikTok video thing they made. I was like, oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
But
they're
you,
really
but
cool.
you. Yeah. Okay, so for next month, you've got the Eight of Swords, but you've got it upside down. So that Eight of Swords, when it's the right way around, it kind of means like you're fighting towards something. You're kind of stuck. You're in a cage. You don't really know how to deal with it, but it's upside down.
So I'm still fighting, but I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, pretty much. You've
Oh,
kind of got a good vibe. You're not really scared about sort of the behaviours of others. You're very, very you're very, very happy where you are. You don't really need to you've got a good kind of vibe for the next couple of months.
Yeah.
You've also got the King of Swords upside down. So this is more about sort of yeah, you've picked quite a few swords. So with this, you're kind of looking towards your future. So you've done your fighting, you've done what you're sort of looking forward to, and sort of the issues that you've had. It's a clean slate, so you're able to sort of find yourself in that. So you've kind of got a good vibe coming.
Fucking about time.
Yeah,
About
mate.
time.
And now you've got the Three of Pentacles. So that sort of means that your magic is kind of low, but you're sort of rebuilding. So after this big fight that you've had in yourself, you're now sort of rebuilding your structures. You're kind of trying to find yourself a bit more. So you've taken a step back basically, but you're not in a bad way. You're kind of rebuilding and getting to sort of where you need to be. So you're building your structures. Then you've got the Knight of Pentacles but upside down. So that sort of means that you may go travelling. You may, yeah.
Wow.
You may have sort of a pathway that you're leading on that may not necessarily mean like a pathway through your life. It's more to do with the fact that you've kind of got something set out, something that you are looking for. And it's very interesting because you've gone from a very low card in your Pentacles to a high card. So that sort of also tells me that you've kind of found yourself on the journey that you're about to begin.
I'm liking the sound of this.
Then you've got, again, a very high card, but this is for wands. So with wands, it's all to do with sort of finding yourself, but it looks as though you've already found yourself. So from obviously the journey that you've now been given, the sort of traveling you've done, everything like that, it's kind of given you a new aspect on life. So it kind of means that there might be a few ties that stop you from things, but it also means that you feel a bit more accepting in yourself. And then
wonder what ties they are.
Cut them off, mate. Cut them off.
Then you've got Nine of Swords, but upside down again. So this, I always speak about this card as like a lost child, trying to sort of find themselves in a dangerous place. But because it's upside down, it kind of means that you know what your pathway is, you know who you are. But you waver from Nine of Swords down to Two of Swords, but again, it's upside down. So it kind of means that you've got a sense in yourself, and although your fight was higher the previous month, this month you've kind of got more of like an aspect, more of like a stability. So I think the cards that you've had where you've had to stabilize yourself and build from it, you might have built like your tower, your home, sort of where you are. So you're very stable. I don't know why.
Oh my god, the stablest I've ever been.
Yeah, wow. You got my favourite card, the Empress. I'm going to show it. It's so pretty. Yeah.
You should get it tattooed.
Don't worry, it's already in the plan.
Oh.
So the Empress is my favourite card, and that's all about new life, fertility, sort of feeling yourself. That doesn't necessarily mean pregnancy, but a lot of tarot readers will say, "Oh, there's pregnancy on the card." I don't.
I hope fuck not.
No, I don't.
No,
I don't
absolutely
believe
not.
that. It's kind of more feeling your inner woman, feeling your inner self. So I think you've found your life. You're very stable with it. And that's why you're sort of finding your inner self and kind of gathering the more feminine side to yourself.
Oh, good. I'm feminine now.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You're proper masculine.
Yeah, I'm well masculine.
Then you've got the Ten of Wands. This is not upside down. But this is, again, another journey, which is interesting.
God, I've had enough. I just want to race.
Oh, you wait till the next card.
Oh,
so yeah, this is another journey, but this is more of a kind of you've lost yourself kind of journey. I feel like although you've got quite a high structure, it's more of a journey that you kind of have to make in yourself rather than a journey that you're taking. So rather, instead of traveling, it's more of a, right, I've got to take a step back and realize what the structures that I've put in place. So it's telling me from your previous card and the card that you've got now, it's kind of telling me I reckon maybe an unstable relationship. It doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship of love, but it does sound to me that something is taking you back. But you've then again got a higher card and you've got the Page of Wands. It's kind of telling you that you've changed the decision that you've made. So you've kind of chained yourself to it. And that doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing. It just means that maybe you've got a couple of issues that you can't release, you can't let go because it's part of your life at the moment. But because you've got such a high structure in your life, I reckon you'll be all right.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, mate.
Oh, interesting. So now you've got the Six of Pentacles, but it's upside down. And again, this is more to do with, so when it's the right way up, it's to do with sort of relationship difficulties, kind of pushing and pulling. There's a lot of pushing and pulling towards something. But at the moment, because it's upside down, I feel like it's pushing and pulling you in the right direction. So you're not kind of worried about this yes or no kind of answer. You're just kind of stable.
Oh yeah, no, that's so true. At the moment, I'm like, I don't give a fuck anymore. Whereas before, I was like, oh my god, I need a man. And then I think I'm okay with it now because obviously we made the decision about buying together, which is like settled my things. It's like, oh, I need a man.
Yeah.
So that's your 12 month.
Okay.
The 13th card is more of a review of the year. So this 13th card is to do with your whole year as a whole. And you've got the Four of Cups or chalices. My cards say chalices, but it is cups. So that's more to do with fulfillment. And I always say cups literally are the lower your cup, the lower the number, the more difficult it is. But you've got it upside down. So you've got a low card and you've got Four of Chalices. But that sort of card, again, is a lost kind of feeling. But again, it's upside down. So it kind of means, again, stability, kind of finding yourself, looking towards the future, but not being worried about it. Any decisions that you make is going to be definitely much better. But it also means like your inner child, you're fulfilling it. You're not really worried about it anymore. Spooky.
I'm gonna have a scary year, guys.
Whoa. It's very stable. It's kind of boring for you.
Yeah. Boring.
Yeah, you're not a very stable person.
I'm not.
Stuff like that. You like being here, there, and everywhere.
Yeah, I do.
But you've got some travelling.
Yeah.
Which is true.
It's true. It's very true.
It's very true. I might do a 12-month one as well.
Yeah.
All right.
We haven't done a 12-month one, have we?
We haven't done one for a very long time.
No.
I wouldn't say it was 12 months ago, but...
No.
Yeah, I think that relationship is definitely about my dad. Because our relationship is very...
Yeah.
I think everyone's like that with their dads, though.
He's a Gemini.
Well, what can I say? We're beautiful people.
Yeah, a male Gemini.
Yeah, male Geminis are different.
There's nothing wrong with Geminis. Regardless of their gender.
A male Gemini and a female Taurus.
I think my dad was actually a Gemini.
Was he?
Yeah, 28th of May.
Yeah, he would be a Gemini.
Gemini.
Fellow Gemini. Interesting. Right, you ready?
At least I didn't have to work out that relationship.
Yeah.
So I do have a
I'm going to strip off because I'm sweating.
All right.
Yeah, it is well hot.
Right, 13 cards, please. Although you're already choosing. So.
Right.
This is like what I see when I close my eyes.
Yeah.
What?
The back of your cards.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's scary.
I was having this conversation with Ted because when I close my eyes, I don't see anything.
At all?
Nope.
No colours?
Nope, nothing.
Oh.
Weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
I found this out on TikTok that other people see colours and shapes and things. Weird.
I didn't know. I thought everyone saw that.
Oh,
You two. How do you act? Oh, she actually wants to play today.
So let me play with you.
Oh, look at that.
Right. Interesting. No, we're joking. So you've got the, I can never say this word, Hierophant.
I always say Hierophant.
Hierophant. There we go. So that's interesting because it's kind of a card, especially when you get it as a first card. It's basically telling you that you're kind of in deep and not really understanding what's going on around you. So the decisions that you're making might be a bit unclear, a bit cloudy, which is interesting. What cloudy decisions are you making?
Probably my job.
It's awful.
Yeah, trying to grab a sense of it and like how it's going to work.
Yeah. So
how I'm going to do it by myself.
Yeah. Which is interesting because then you get the Wheel of Fortune. You've never had the Wheel of Fortune before, not in my pulling of cards.
I did have it in my cards the other day, actually.
So this kind of means that it can go two ways. It can either go good or bad, depending on your luck. It is literally, if you know, like one of those spinny things when you spin one of those.
Yeah.
Just it depends on your decision. So considering you've had a very unclear, or there's an unclear decision that you're making, and the fact that you've got the Wheel of Fortune, the cards are kind of undecided as to whether or not it's the right decision, which is interesting. Then you've got the Four of Cups, but you've got it the right way. And again, this is about sort of like the inner child sort of out looking and wanting more, which is, again, interesting. I wonder if it's to do with the decision that you make, and whether or not that will actually stop you from the decision that you make. But then you've got the Strength card.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, woo! You've got a Strength card, so which then intrigues me because that to me says that you make the right decision that you've got to make, but you kind of wonder if it's the wrong one. I think, but the cards are telling me it is the right one. It just might take a little bit more time than what you assume. Which leads me to the Six of Wands. Again, very mid card.
Yeah.
So it's kind of as if you are going on another journey for yourself. Because we've read these cards before, and I always say you're going on a journey. I don't know what you're doing. Kind of. It's kind of like a decider, really, and I think you don't know what to decide. You've got a very open pathway. You've got different kind of decisions that you can make in terms of your life, and you don't know which one is the right one. But you seem unbothered by it. You're not really. It's as if you've kind of done your thinking earlier on in the year, and now you're kind of unbothered. You're ready to fight. You've got a lower card. No, you haven't. You've got the Page of Swords, which is a high card. So you're kind of unbothered by the fight that you're about to get. And then you've got the Ace of Swords. So this was a very short fight.
Okay.
Because you've gone from Page of Swords to Ace of Swords, but it's upside down. So that means you've won your fight, whatever it may be. So I really think that this is a contemplation of your decision that you're making, and I think it's going to be really tough for you. You kind of feel like you're in a void for a while, and you don't know whether or not it's going to be the right decision, but it is.
Sweet.
Sweet. Then you've got the Eight of Pentacles, which is interesting because it's upside down, and I always say it's kind of like the card where you kind of look after yourself a lot more. But I feel like because of the fight that you've had, although you've won it, you're not really looking after yourself. You're getting stressed out. You're not really understanding why things are not working the way that you want them to. And that's why I think it was such a hard decision and very unclear. And it is literally the Wheel of Fortune. But then you get a pretty mid Five of Wands, which basically means that although you're not taking care of yourself, things are starting to kick in. So you're starting to feel yourself again. You're starting to feel the magic. You're not really that bothered anymore, and you're kind of feeling a lot better in yourself. Oh, Dolly! But then you get the Two of Wands. You're going on a big, massive journey, and I think it's finding yourself. I don't think it's finding other people. I think you've done that. You've made that decision, and that's why you're now kind of finding yourself and what you want to do. And then again, you've got Ten of Cups, so you're getting a higher card. So you are fulfilling yourself. I just think you're questioning your self-worth.
Which I'm quite bad at.
I think it is more of a self-worth thing, because you've got a higher card. You've got the Page of Cups next. So I just think you're just trying to find yourself. I really do. I think this year is going to be a bit more on what you're finding and how you're finding it. And I feel like you're going to feel very down, but you've got the Five of Pentacles. You're having a rest. you've kind of built a structure to where you're happy, but it's not there just yet, but you're getting there. And your last card, which is for the year, is 8 of Swords, which is pretty much what your year is. It's very much finding that inner child in yourself and fighting whether or not you let it do what the inner child wants to do, or you kind of grow up and deal with your decisions. Kind of like you're a bit caged, you're not really understanding, but you've got enough strength to kind of get through it.
Yeah, get through it.
I always feel like I get a shit deck of cards for you.
Yeah. I've always got a shit deck of cards.
That is pretty much your life.
Yeah.
That is your life.
There's always fucking something happening in my life. I always feel like shit, or something's going on that makes me feel like shit.
Something.
Yeah, there's always a decision I have to make, and it's doing my fucking head in.
Yeah.
Just get rid.
Yeah, honestly.
Just don't do anything.
Yeah.
It's a decision I have to make.
To be fair though, you are, you know, you've got a lot of questions, I think.
It's not one of those things with this job. It's not one of those jobs where I can just go and do it.
Yeah.
I can't just go and apply for it. I have to be able to do it myself.
Yeah. But I reckon you've got good resources for it. I reckon you will get there. And I think in June it's going to go. And no, not, is it end of June? End of June. It's going to go really well. So,
yeah.
We'll see.
I hope so.
No, that makes so much sense, because obviously the video will come out from Tiny Boat Sessions, and then obviously you'll have the fair as well, flea market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping, fingers crossed. Yay.
Cross your fingers, Dolly.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, hopefully it gets up and go. Yeah, it's just one of those things, isn't it? It's like, I can't just go fucking apply for this job. Yeah. I have to be able to do it myself.
It is,
and I haven't been committing to it 100%.
And it's basing your whole lifestyle, really, isn't it?
Yeah, changing everything.
That job.
Changing everything, making decisions.
So scary.
Yeah.
It's scary, but it's worth it.
I'll tell them what happened yesterday at the Spiritualist Church. Told you, didn't
I?
Yeah,
you voiced that with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, I've told the girls this anyway. So I went to the Spiritualist Church yesterday to go and do a development class. I thought it was just going to literally be like, it's sitting in a circle, they tell you about everything, how to develop it, blah, blah, blah. And they were like, oh yeah, we're going to do like the podium thing like we always do. And I was thinking, no, this is my first one. I cannot stand in front of 15 people and do a fucking reading. And I was like, oh my God. And I was shitting myself. So we had to do this exercise where there was like 15 of us all sitting like this. And we were all allocated a number, and each person who got the number picks, they had to go and pick like a piece of paper which had a song on it. And you've got to stand in front of everyone, and you kind of like got to channel into the song and see what you get from that song. I was obviously the last fucking person that was chosen, and a whole like an hour and a half I was thinking, oh my god, I'm literally shitting myself. But I literally, as soon as like at the beginning, you kind of like channel in spirit, and like you kind of like literally for like 15 minutes, it feels like 30 seconds, but for like 15 minutes you're literally just in yourself. There's no music, no meditation, like literally just kind of like channeling into yourself. And literally as soon as I did that and I opened my eyes, all of a sudden there was this woman like near me, like next to me, and all I could smell was lavender, and my hands just literally just went pins and needles. And I was going like this, my hand, like literally for the hour and a half until I did the reading, my hands were like, it felt like they were really swollen. You know, when you get hot and swollen, I was like, I'm not that hot in here. It's actually quite cool. And I couldn't move my feet, and I was really fidgety because I was just like, oh my God, this is really annoying me, because I feel like really, I was like, I don't know if it's because I'm really uncomfortable or whatever. And then when I stood up at the front, I had this image of this person just looking down at their hands and their feet and not being able to like close their hands, and their hands hurting. And I was like, oh, okay, I think this is this woman. So then once you start describing this person, you've got to say, okay, does this resonate with anybody? No, like at first no one was putting their hand up, and I was thinking, oh my God, I'm obviously just thinking of someone. I'm just making this up. And this woman, when I was sitting down before, I kept on looking at her when I had like this feeling in my hand. And I was like, I feel like this is something to do with her. I was like, I don't know why. It's like a grandma or something like that. And then when I was stood up, she put her hand up and she was like, yeah, that's me. She was like, it's not me specifically. It's my my husband's nan, she had arthritis in her hands, and I kept on getting a pain in my left side. And I was like, what is this pain on her left side? And I was like, was it breast cancer? Because usually when I get like a spotty pain, like a pain in a significant area, it's usually like a form of cancer. And she was like, no, she didn't have cancer. She had angina, but that was to do with her heart. And all of a sudden I just saw someone looking over and a piece of paper being signed, and I knew it was a will, like, you know, like the will that you sign when you're about to die and stuff. I saw someone standing over that, and I just got a bad feeling about it, and I was like, there's a will. She went, my husband William, will. And I went, no, a piece of paper, the will. And she went, oh, okay. She went, and then the coach was like, oh, is there, like, what's going on? Like, she said to the woman, she's like, what's going on with the will then? She went, blah, blah, blah. And she went, well, she only died 6 days ago, so we haven't read the will out yet. And I was like, and everyone went, what? What? Like, all these people have been doing it for years. Bear in mind, I've only been doing this since August, and it's the first time I've ever stood up in front of a group of people. And I just said to her, I was like, you need to look out for whoever is looking after or doing something with the will, because I'm getting a bad feeling about it. And she went, I know exactly who that could be. She went, I know exactly who that could be. She was like, I'll keep an eye on it. I'll let my husband know. And I was like, yeah, you need to just figure that out.
Yeah. Wasn't it a man as well? She said it was like the grandchild.
Yeah. And no. I said to her, is there a man around the woman? Like the woman that I had with me. I was like, is there a man around her? She went, it's her husband, but he's not dead. And I was like, you need to keep an eye on him, because there's obviously something, like, obviously there is something going on with him at the moment. I was like, you need to keep an eye on him. But I was describing like the house, like I could see the house that she lived in, the children, everything. I could describe the wallpaper, and everyone, like, literally as soon as I started saying it, everyone was like just looking at me like, what the fuck? This girl was like I was the youngest by at least 30 years, like, easily. These people were like 50 odd, and everyone was just like looking at me like, oh my God. And even the coach, when she was like, that was really, really good evidence. Really good evidence. And I was like,
showing up all these old cronies.
Yeah, I know. And I was like, it's my first time as well. My first time standing in front of crowd people. But yeah, it was really weird. It was weird. But I think, because I was saying to you, I was like, I'm so nervous for this market next week. Because I'm like, what if I don't get anything? What if I don't get stuff right? Blah, blah, blah. And like, there was things that I didn't get right. I didn't get the name right and stuff like that. But you just go, okay, that's fine. I was like, it might be something to do with it in the future or whatever. I was like, there's a J name that's involved. I was like, I keep getting J. But sometimes you just have to take the feedback and just learn from it.
Yeah.
I did say to her, I was like, I'm not amazing with names, not very good with names and letters, but I was like, I'm getting a J name. But she was like, no, I can't think of anyone.
It could be something that she doesn't know yet.
Yeah, maybe.
Because like, people don't understand. Well, people that aren't into stuff like this, they don't understand that it's not a conversation.
No, it's not. It is literally not a conversation. You are just getting like, it's like when you think of like a memory, but then you have these memories in your head and you're like, I've never seen this place. I don't know who this person is. You're like, okay, this isn't me. This is someone else. And like, even like with the thing with the hands, as soon as I did that reading, it stopped. My hands just felt absolutely fine. And I was even standing up and I was going like this, because my hands just felt, I just could not.
Cramping.
Yeah. And I like, even like the nightie that she was wearing, like I was like, she was wearing like a white floral nightie, and I thought she was wearing shoes like these, but it was like fluffy slippers, like she couldn't fit anything on her feet. And I was like, and then I said to them as well, I was like, she was really glamorous. I was like, but towards the end of her life, she couldn't wear anything other than a nightie. She was really uncomfortable with everything. She went, yeah. She was like, it's completely right.
That's insane.
Yeah, crazy, isn't it?
It's good though, because I think that's given you a confidence boost for
100%. I felt like, so confident yesterday. I was like, I cannot believe I've just done that. I was like absolutely shitting myself. I've never ever been so nervous in my life.
Don't fucking blame you.
I was like, I felt like I was going for like a job interview. You know, when you like go to like a group interview, I was like, huh? I was like, oh my God. I was like, no, but there were some really, really good people. There were some really good people. That guy that did my healing, which I think is a little bit of a weirdo, he was actually really fucking good. And the woman that I did the reading for, oh my God, she was so good. Like, she was standing there and I was like, she's amazing. But that other woman that we met, the one that's shorter than you, she's not that great. We were saying this earlier, but there's this other woman who works actually at the Spiritualist Church, but she goes to the sessions as well. And we were saying earlier, because I said to her, I was like, she wasn't amazing, like she wasn't that great.
I think it's to do with her belief though. I don't know, just feel like she's keeping herself back, I think, a little bit maybe.
But she's doing like the beginners like development classes and stuff like that, and I'm like, it's not that amazing.
Maybe it's good for beginners though.
Yeah.
Maybe she's not able to teach anyone else.
Maybe she is a beginner.
Oh, well, like she said that she hadn't been doing it for that long. But a lot of the people that were like doing it, they've been to like Arthur Findlay College, which is like the world's top psychic college. Like it's like the best in the world. And even some of them, they weren't that
good.
Like they were saying some things that were like spot on, but there were some people where I was like,
I feel like it's a gift as well.
Yeah. And with spiritualism, they believe that everyone can do mediumship, whereas I don't believe that. I don't think everyone can do mediumship.
No, I do believe it is a gift.
Yeah, it is a gift. You are born with it, but you don't always know that you have it until like years down the line. You've got to have that life experience to be able to do it. And like there are certain people, like with me, you'd 100% be able to do it. But there's certain people which I've met and I'm like, you'd never be able to do this.
I don't think I could do it. But
no, I think you would.
I think that's more to do with like because that's the thing with witchcraft and like that sort of side of things is it is to do with beliefs as well.
Yeah.
So like my beliefs are different to your beliefs.
Yeah.
Like anyone's beliefs are different. And
do you think it's like a blocker?
I think it is, because like I was saying to Izzy, like literally today, we was talking about my dad, because he is what I would call skeptic. But
yeah, my mum's skeptic.
He believes that witchcraft came from like alchemy. So that's like his kind of way of believing it, is that, so, you know, they worked out that certain herbs would help people and stuff like that. And you'd go to the alchemist instead of a doctor. And so I do think it is sort of that block that you get.
Yeah. I think I'm 100%, obviously I believe in it because I can do it. And I've never in my life not believed it.
Yeah.
But I don't think because my mum's like it as well. I think even my dad's like it. My dad believes in stuff like that, and he was raised Catholic.
Yeah.
And he always believes that there's other powers and stuff like that. And with my dad as well, his uncle, before he died, he was really Catholic. But a week before he died, and I remember him sitting in my nan's living room and talking about it. And he went into the living room, he saw an angel, like a massive orb of light.
Yeah.
And then he died a week later. And my dad doesn't remember the conversation, but I said to my dad, I was like, no, he said it. And I was like, he knew what was going to happen. He was just telling people that he saw this angel, but I think he knew what was going to happen because he was really calm when he was talking about it. Like in the Bible and stuff like that, they like the angel has to say, be not afraid, because they look absolutely horrifying. But he was so calm about it. And I was like, I do believe it was probably an angel, but it was probably something else as well that was kind of like there warning him.
Yeah, I think it does sort of depend on your beliefs and your history to it. It's mad because it's still something that we can't explain.
No.
Yeah.
And I think that's why it scares a lot of people. And there are skeptics. But yeah, I think everything's possible. 100%.
Yeah, definitely. And like yesterday as well, like with the the mediums that stand on the stage and stuff, there's comments that I've seen on their Instagram. They're like, well, they get the guest list, they've got the ticket list, blah blah blah. And I'm like, there's like 3,000 people there. Do you think they're going to go through every single person? And also, how does that prove yesterday when I'd never met any of those people in my life, but I was able to do that? Never met them. There's people that I've done readings for in Australia. I've never met them. I'm on the other side of the world. I have absolutely no idea about their life. I know their name and that's it.
I genuinely believe that there is something out there.
Yeah.
100%. And I think regardless of who, like skeptics or someone in belief, there is definitely something out there that we can't explain.
Yeah, and we won't know until we die.
It's like its own religion.
Yeah.
Like you either believe it or you don't.
Yeah, it is definitely.
Yeah.
Where do you think religion came from? Very controversial.
Paganism.
Cults. People just thinking like, yeah, I want loads
Literally.
of followers. I
Literally.
want to start a cult.
Yeah, that's basically what religion is, really, isn't
yeah.
it?
All religion tells the same story anyway.
Yeah,
It's all started from exactly the same thing. It's always some form of fruit that is involved. Specifically an apple.
Yeah. Those goddamn apples.
Yeah, those bloody apples.
Thank God it's not an orange.
Yeah. You're very allergic to oranges.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I fucking love oranges.
It's so funny that the new girl at work, Natasha, she's been eating oranges for the past couple of days, and I've just been scurrying away and not saying anything.
And then you said to her the other day.
And then I told her the other day, and she was like, "I've literally been eating this like for fucking weeks. Why didn't you tell me?" And I was like, "I'm so sorry. It's probably awkward."
Oh my God, that was close. Oh yeah, I think I'm definitely connected spiritually somehow, because when it comes to religion and stuff, I'm a very like
open.
No, I'm like, oh, I don't believe it unless I see it. Whereas like with spiritual stuff, I'm like, fuck yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Even though it's kind of the same thing, like you don't see it, you don't get shown it.
No.
But I just believe it.
You just know. There's a knowing. Yeah.
Yeah. So I definitely think spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
a little bit spiritual.
Yeah. So whenever someone asks me what religion are you, I say spiritual.
Yeah, it's easier to say that.
Yeah.
I say agnostic.
Agnostic or spiritual.
Yeah. I say either of those. But yeah, right, we better sign off. We need 40 minutes, guys.
40 minutes,
We're so lucky.
It's a yap.
It's a yap.
Thank you, Ellis.